with Shake and Deacon. Alright, it's Pizza here. And last episode I was exhausted, it was late, and I was a little drunk. And I came back in, killed the guys in the basement after I figured out where the key was. And now it's time to clear the place out. So, yeah, I acquired 3 new settlements here, Crouper Manor, or however you say it. We got, Kingsport Lighthouse, and I think Coastal Cottage. I hope. I know it's set up Kingsport with water already. A few people and some food. I'll probably do the same here. Soon enough. So basically I'm setting this up, it's called Settlement Domination. And what we're doing is we're building up our own economy through the settlement system. And you want to get, well, alright, I recommend getting 10 settlements. And you want some of them producing as much purified water. Well, a lot of purified water. I like to shoot for about 200. Now, if you want to do that, I recommend having that at more than one base. I like to usually set up 4 water bases, and then that leaves 6 for what I call support. And the rule is 10 and 6 for me. And I want, in all 10 of those settlements, 6 merchants in each of those settlements, which gives you 60 merchants that you can use to sell your water, tomatoes, watermelons, guns, etc. And roughly, if you have 60 merchants, and this is a low-end estimate, right? But you should have a pool of about 15,000 caps available to you in just your settlement. How is this on? It's a magic lantern. Or is it glow boy here? Maybe it's glow boy. I'm not turning it off. Yeah, we got 2 on. It's weird. I'm gonna leave them for now. Oof, that's gonna fall in it. Even if it doesn't, it'll look weird. I'm gonna leave it. Anyway, hello. I'm gonna get all this stuff scrapped. Should just about do it. And then I need a provisioner. I don't think I cleared out everything. What's this? We don't need that. So I'll hopefully there's somebody at Red Rocket if I haven't already used them up. That look good. Okay. And I just want to, you know, get this linked. So I can properly build. All right. Let's check the map. Yeah, there's Kingsport and Coastal Cottage. Good. I turned a beacon on here at Kingsport. So there's probably a couple extra. I think 2 people have showed up already. I got beds down for 10. There's food for... well, if one of them started picking up the food, there should be food for like 18 people, so it should be pretty good. Well, we need to get the manor going, and hopefully I can get like... what do we got going on? Oof, kind of low. Yeah, I don't think I left any beacons on anywhere else. I could send one from here. I might go do that. I can level up too. Let's see. I'm trying to decide whether I want to send one. If there are 2 people here, you got somebody need to tell me something? Hi, I'm new here. Alright. Of course I find all 3. No, I guess I did plant. Hey, you're supposed to despawn. What are you doing here? He's got a little bit of armor on now already. Anybody else got any armor? No, you all kind of suck. You know, I might see. Yeah. I'm not even sure if I have anything really on me to hand off to a new provisioner either.
Something important to say. I really appreciate you putting up with my bullshit. Truth is, it's been a long time since I had a friend. I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth is, I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
to my core. When I was young, a hell of a long time ago, I was, well, scum. I was a bigot. A very violent bigot.
Is he lying?
You trying to sell me another of your lies? Really?
Just hear me out. Make your judgments then. I ran with a gang in University Point. We called ourselves the UP Death Claws. For kicks, we terrorized anyone we thought was a sin. We kept egging each other on. Started with some property damage, graduated with some beatdowns. Then, inevitably, a lynching. The Claws' leader was convinced we'd finally found and killed the sin. Looking back, I'm not so sure.
I'll withhold judgment until you finish.
Thanks. So I turned my back on my brothers, broke all contact. Time passed, I became a farmer, if you can believe that. Then, one day I found someone. She saw something in me I didn't know was there. Barbara, well, she just was.
She sounds special.
Being with her made me feel like the whole world had a chance. That one day we could climb out of this wreckage. She could do that to people. We were trying for kids, eking out a living. Then one day, turns out my Barbara, she was a sin. She didn't know that. I certainly didn't. I don't know how the Death Claws found out. There was blood.
Shit. I'm sorry.
I don't remember much clearly after that. I know I killed most of the Claws. I must have made a big impression. The railroad contacted me, figuring I'd be sympathetic, seeing that I lost my wife. And, well, what I did afterwards.
After what happened to my family, I can understand.
I thought you might. I don't even know why I lie anymore. But I can't tell the truth. Everyone, Tom, Dez, you, even that asshole Carrington, they deserve to be on the railroad. I don't. I'm everything wrong with this whole fucking Commonwealth. You're the only friend I got. I don't deserve you being okay with this. Hell, I'm not even asking for it. But I figured you should know.
Everyone's got a past. The important thing is you're trying to make up for it. I'm still on your side.
I'm not the hugging type. So, yeah. Good talk.
Hey. Well, that was... Hey, where'd you go? Come here, you.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Yeah. What do you think about being a provisioner? Maybe one of the farmers has some armor. Farmer with some armor. You got any armor? You got road leathers.
You eat. It's as simple as that.
Oh wait, here we go. We
If
go.
you ain't been up to
Yeah.
Citrate Garden, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Somebody with some armor. No, I'm afraid of it. Oh, I do. Must have picked up robot stuff. No wonder I'm so heavy. Alright. Strengthen. That's not bad. Yeah, right arm, left arm. Need some legs. Not some robot stuff. That's heavy, isn't it? 30 pounds. I like the idea. Bang! Yeah, look at you. Alright. Help her out the best we can, right? Come on. There's some sunglasses. There's some perception. There you go, lady. Look at ya. Oh, yeah. There's your provisioner right there. Let's see. Dang, that's what we're doing. Kind of want to get rid of this irradiated walking cane. Well, now, normally, I'd give her some, there you go. Oh, I got two people now. Perfect. Got a farmer and a provisioner. Alright. You're going to... Yeah, the food was hinky anyway, wasn't it? Thank you, man. Welcome to the settlement. Get out. Now, they've got to run across the map. I want to go back to Kingsport. So Kingsport's an interesting place to build. You know, you have a lot of options there. I mean, really, you could build up the... you got a lot of height because you have a lighthouse, right? So you can build pretty high up. I'm pretty sure I put some water... Oh, come on. I gotta go help stupid tapping and boathouse. It's one of my other water producers. So, let's run over there real quick. Me and Deacon. Yeah, I don't know. I need to work on, I've been running around this Doom armor or whatever. I've leveled up enough. I should, well, I need to get the rest of the DIA caches so I can get the Under Armor or whatever it's called, and then it's time to put on some real clothes. I mean, can we agree this seems just a bit excessive? the bug. That was insane.
You might want to wipe the blood off anything you find.
Thanks for your help, friend.
Let's see, aren't you guys broken now?
I was glad to help out.
Can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here.
The turrets were killing them just fine. That's why I have turrets. Look at this. Yeah, this. Drop some off here. There we go. Oh no. Okay. Anything else busted, you knuckleheads? This settlement's broken. Alright, buddy? I can't really get the merchants to work here. But it produces, as you can see, 206 water. If we have some, we're going to give it a beacon over here. We have 142. Deacon, buddy.
Hey,
What's the word?
And that's the power. Just real quick, if I put my fancy clothes on, I can get 16 caps per water. So that's $2,272 worth of caps or whatever. Thanks, buddy. I have that, right? Yeah. Some bonds yeah. Sometimes the stores are broken here. I don't know why. Like the bar works, but the weapons store, the guy just stands there. You can't get him to sell you anything. I've tried it, built it different places. It just doesn't work. So you got to try to cram them all in. Like if I redesign, I can probably get 4. So, but normally what I do is I build out like this. Everything's protected. Nah. I built a place for shops for them to sit down and hang out. This is all out on the water, by the way, and for them to go to sleep. So the beds work. It's just this place in Abernathy Farm. You'll find that sometimes the merchants break there. I don't know why. You got to keep them real close. This would be like right up on the house, maybe even inside. You know what I mean? I've got room. I've just been lazy. I'm trying to get the 10 settlements set up. I'll get all the merchants and everything figured out before too long. All right. I guess we'll jump over to crew because the happiness is gonna go down until I get them set up correctly. Which isn't much. I just have to send a provisioner.
Didn't I see this set in a horror film once?
You could have seen this site in a horror film. Go away, despawn. Come on, come on, come on. lady. Alright, well, I could throw a couple of beds. As far as building here, it's always going to depend on your level of interest in role playing. The reason I sent, I got two people coming. One's going to farm. One's going to be a provisioner. Now, I don't really even need the other person to farm because I have enough food and water coming in from my other settlements. I've got like 700 plus water coming in. So 600 at 3 settlements and 120 at another one. So I can either sleep a little bit, which I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sleep. Sometimes we'll get like 5 hours. Deacon, you are just leaping around all over the place like a nut. Ugh, I hate this part. See, they're technically attached to the settlement already, so until they get here and I get the provisioner. I love that this light is just on. Yeah. Get 5 more hours. Again, I fast traveled, right, to 2 different places, and here. And that passes time. So how long does it take for them to get here? Why am I so much faster? You know what? Fine. It is interesting. I thought about scrapping the lights, but I'm pretty sure that glow is going to stay there anyway. So. Goodbye, Feral Reaver. Where is the armored lady? Oh wait, hold on. There she is. It's a bobby pin, bud. Yeah, I was hoping to either fast travel or sleep and just have them show up. If I'm here while they're walking through town. Because they're like, none of them respawn. Get out of here. Come on, get. You like our zombies intelligent? Whatever, I'm sleeping till tomorrow. And this guy, what do you do with this guy? Can you, oh. Get out. No. Yes. I feel confident. Look, it won't even be the provisioner lady. It'll be my girlfriend that's wearing a t-shirt. I am well rested, thank you. This is my house and my bed. Hello? 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 Alright, yeah. Alright, so sometimes this sounds crazy. How about here? Yeah, what about here? Because, come on. This just proves that the fast travel in this game is completely ridiculous. Go help feed the fishes or whatever. How many of you are you? Don't they just reappear eventually anyway? I feel like I've done this before. Sir or ma'am. I don't really know. Ma'am, maybe? Okay. Enjoy your life down there. Good luck. Until you respawn. Alright, let's see if they'll come sit on this bench. I swear to God, sometimes if you put a bench in, or a chair or whatever, you know, for whatever reason. Get out of the way, I'm well rested. This is mind-boggling. Look, 18. Ridiculous. I was gonna say, I probably don't have concrete. This is the kind of thing that makes me nuts. I'll sleep for a little more and then I'll fast travel and hope that fixes it. I don't know. Okay. Well, kind of silly. I need to change that fast travel target. That's annoying. Yeah. So it's 2 underwater here. Looks like I split it up. But you can build out onto the water. Let me show you. As you can see. And you can get out there pretty well, so if you want to build out that way and keep everything towards the back end, it's fine. You just gotta be careful. I don't remember this place glitching for shops. In fact, I know I put shops out here. So I'd say you're probably safe. Gross. You can even build out on the boat and stuff if you want. I work with a couple strategies here. Please get killed whatever dumb thing it was. All right. So you've got this house, you got tons of room. This is a water farm and a merchant place, right? So if you want to, as you can see, you can just use the interior and line it with sleeping bags, right? And honestly, for this particular place, again, if you're playing unmodded, you don't really care that much. Like, perhaps settlement building is not really your thing. This is one of those settlements that's kind of perfect for that, because you do have just this massive interior space. I could put 10 more sleeping bags down, and then I just need to build something to kind of house my merchants. You have a couple options. I tend to use this area, kind of along this edge here. You're kind of... Yes, I will talk to you.
You've got to help. They kidnapped my friend.
Oh, Jesus.
Who kidnapped her?
They said they'd be back for the ransom in a few days. If I don't pay up, they'll kill her. But I don't have that kind of money.
But
Here's the ransom. Pay them when they come back.
Oh, okay, thanks. I just hope I can trust those raiders to keep their promise.
whatever. I don't really care. Just now I'm short a person. Right? That's dumb. I hate that mission. Because it just means you got to go somewhere and kill some people. Anyway, so... yeah, this back edge, you can... I've said it before, if you can use what you're building to make a wall as well, you're set. So, let's go in. I try to keep it cheap. Nothing too exciting. We'll find out... Pull up a little bit. Alright, we'll throw another one on. Does it match? Nope. Fantastic. It's a little floaty, but I mentioned it before. If they don't care about the physics in the game, then neither do you. And I think a lot of people who don't like settlement building are put off by trying to build something maybe realistic, I guess. It's completely unnecessary. You do what you want. I could have put one of these down and then floated flats all the way off and just had everything floating and had space underneath to like store stuff or whatever. And there's still room to get under here. But yeah, alright. What do we think? Shouldn't bother things too much. You're going to need to move you for a moment, sir. Thank you very much. And then, you know, you can go flat if you want, but I left some space, hopefully all the way down the line. And if you want to get some more extra space in your builds, don't use these facing out. But if you want to use them facing in to get some light in, it's fine. Of these, I like to use this one a lot. You see it's kind of busted and open and it'll let some light in. And then another one that's good to let light in is this one. kind of see. Pretty threadbare. Both of these can add a lot of sunlight in. And the rest, you know, these are alright too. They let a little bit of light in. The ones you want to watch out for are like this one is pretty solid. This one has a lot of holes in it. It kind of actually looks cool the way the light comes in with this one. And then, you know, like I said, just randomize it. However you want to do it. Should have enough room to put it flat. Okay. Alright, so this adds a lot of extra space. To this area. This side piece here also is the one that lets the most light in. Keep that in mind if you're putting a roof on. You don't have to put a roof on this if you don't want. When it comes to the stores, these take up a lot of space, but actually so do the other ones. But you want to just leave a little room on the side. And we got our trader. We'll do an armor. You see I have a ton of money, that's because I sell a ton of water. And I could probably get one more on, actually. So what do we have? General, armor, clinic. The big three. You can do weapons if you want. You can do clothing. It's really up to you. It's more about income. If it's more about income, I mean, and to me, the key to this strategy is that you're gonna need to build a lot, or not. You see, I'm keeping it pretty bare minimum here. Actually, I'll throw in some walls and some turrets and some defenses and whatnot. But for the most part, you don't need to build too much here. You know what I could do though, real quick. Because I forget the picture quality isn't always great. Let's make it morning. And of course it'll be a rad storm or rain or something. Yep. What'd you think, Deacon? And then you can then decide whether, you know. I try not to start trouble. But it doesn't hurt to have some defenses, right? So let's go over some things. What I'm talking about. So instead of putting a roof on, we can put a flat surface through here. This kind of floor wall, shack up the floor, right? And even though they'll fall off a lot, eventually, if you want, you can come up there. And put up some turrets. Remember, they don't have to be on the flat surface. You can use just the outer edge too, if you want to get a little closer and a little better angle, right? And you can even put guard towers up here. Right? So, if you want, you can cover quite a bit, right? Especially if you put laser turrets. They're going to fire pretty far. But to me, that just means you're just starting fights that you don't need to by passing by things or random stuff that's going on over there or what have you. What are you doing, lady? Oh, hit the wrong button. So I try to keep things more, whoops, wrong button, realistic and in a defensive posture when possible. So my point is, by having a gun, actually I'll tell you what, here's a decent place to have a raised turret, because they can spray all through here where they come from, but it's not going to try to start picking off, especially the machine gun turret doesn't have a range, so they don't tend to engage stuff from pretty far away. So I think they're one of the better defensive things. If you are in a place you know gets attacked a lot, you know the direction that it's come from, then yeah, get your heavy lasers in there and whatever else you want. But like, for the most part, yeah. Or if I put a defender up here, maybe have a pistol instead of a sniper rifle, because again, you don't want to fight starting something with something that's over there by that bus stop. You know, you don't need all that. Right. So that's if you want to flat roof it. It's fine. Everybody gets back here. It's no problem. And we can even run power. No. Let's see what the angle looks like. I think I can get to it though. Yeah, we're fine. There we go. And they don't even need to work in the dark. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's not too. They're sheltered. They got lights. That's all you really need to do. So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't pick a fourth, did I? Oh, we'll throw on clothing just for variety. There you go. That should give them room to get in and do what they need to do. They might get stacked up a little bit in the mornings, but they'll figure it out. You can just sleep for an hour. And then we need 2 more. And for these, really, it's up to you. Personally, if I'm going to repeat, I definitely want another trader. Right. Where are they? This back end, kind of like where they're eating. They're picking crops. It's not really by the stairs or anything. And then, of course, you're going to want a bar. It really depends on you. Where, how, and what you want to do to set this up. But it doesn't take too much. And again, we'll keep it pretty simple. Too bad this bush is so high, Jesus. Like you gotta get way up there. Come on, you can do it. Stop. No. Of course, it's fine. Right in front of the door? Sure. That's not where I'm going. Just scan. Alright, we'll try it again. Nope, I'm gonna have to get up there. Alright. That's fine. Oh, it's not attached. That's not either. Fantastic. Starting to make sense now. Okay. Just keep coming up. What is this madness? Oh, I saw it for a minute. Gonna be going the wrong way. I knew it. I hate crap like that. It'll do this to you. There we go. Alright. Now one more. Perfect. I can get one more off of it. Kind of looks like maybe. Got it. There we go. Not there, huh? That's alright. What about here? Yeah. Good enough for me. Alright. Now that's blocked off from any kind of fire. This way. Probably can't put these on. Yeah. If you want a little more light, I'm gonna go with these. You kinda got a window. more variety. Stick this weird looking wall on. Boom. Let's roof this bad boy. What do we think? Let's try to do it like that. Separate piece. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to see that one. That's fine. Roofed. All right. Every place needs a bar. And I 100% recommend the restaurant tables. I'm going to use my Nuka-Cola ones, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to avoid any of the special furniture I have, but these work just fine. Now, if you line them up against the wall, you can't have 4 people sit in them, and you want to be able to have 4 people sit in them. So the best thing is to pull it off the wall a little bit, and off this wall too. They got to have a little room to get around. And that's enough for 12 people. And that should do it. That's 20. And people like to stand around in front of the bar too, and smoke and drink and eat noodles or whatever. So get the bar position filled in quick, because that brings up happiness pretty quick. And then what we can do, for our people here, we should probably run through this. Look at that. They don't even have to hang out in the dark. There you go. Fancy now. Right? And then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep this one really, really just basic, because I want to show you how easy it is. If you really just these stupid. That's simple. Want to keep it cheap. this is the one to do it. Oh no, has to sleep in the blood, but you know, big deal. And just because, I'm going to throw a couple extra down. Because I'm going to leave the beacon on here. And I'm going to use this place to recruit some new people. So, kind of sucks to have that room, doesn't it? But oh well. What have I got? 17. Here. I probably won't go above that, just in case. Now you know somebody will tag this immediately. Put a bed some weird place. That's going to be the first they go. But that's alright. We're not using this anymore. Which is another place if you want to store beds. Okay. So we have 200 water coming in for 5 people. I'll probably max out the base at around 11 to 15 people. So the 6 merchants will make it 11. I'll want at least 1 guard. I usually have 2. Right, so that's 13. If you want a scrapper, excuse me, which I usually do. It's 14. And you make more money on your settlements if you have it a max of 20 people, but you don't have to. What I want is 6 merchants, plenty of food and excess, and the ability to just come here and sell purified water. What purified water? The purified water I just pick up from a bench from around this place. It's pretty fantastic. And interestingly enough, there's probably already 200 water or so in the bench. But yeah, that's it. This place also has light. There's no wires running to it. It just comes with light. And you got this massive area down here. I mentioned before, if you want to build more water, you certainly can. I just usually 200 at 4, or 203 places and 120 to 150 at another. Starlight, that's it. That's all I need. But what you need also are the people to sell to. So remember, different merchants have different amounts of money. The reason I like to double up on general stores is because they sell shipments the most and the widest variety. But if you don't want to do anything else with my settlement, with this settlement, if I don't want to do anything else with this settlement, it's fine. It's perfect. I would like to throw in a few other things real quick. Now, you're in theory, you're supposed to match your food and water with defense. It's not going to get 220 to 4 defense. So one of the things you can kind of count on is this place getting attacked. But since you know that's going to happen, you can kind of prepare for it. There. I want to elevate this one. Nothing too fantastic, right? And you want to look around, and they can't really come at you too much from this side, so you don't really need a lot of defense. I guess I'm kind of selling this place. It's a pretty good place to have a base. Like I said, you don't have to do too much. And the reason I'm kind of blocking off this back edge right here, it's more to keep them from running out. My settlers that way, if I can. If I can get one back here or not. Yeah, it looks like it was something. No, I can get through that, huh? There we go. Might work. It's not much, but it's a little protection for them, right? And then you can get attacked down this way. Which can be annoying. And yes, I'm using a ton of materials. But think about all the water I have to trade for shipments. Oh wait, can you? I don't think you can. Yeah. Too squirrely. You can't really read. Ah, it's fine. All right. You want to, you could stick a turret up there. Sometimes they get in your base. And here we are. Our build size is not even half. And honestly, except for coming back here to pick up some water, and if you're really ridiculous into it, of course, picking this
Seems to be growing well.
every time you come back to visit as well, you're gonna have a ton of food to sell. When you get your merchants, remember, you don't even have to go very far. There's 6 of them here. And then the idea being, you know,
I hope you realize how much you did for us.
if you can use this to help pay off settlements, to pay off shipment prices, as long with the water, you know. And you don't even have to go really that far to start spending your money. It's right here. So having merchants in the bases where you have your water is also, you know, part of the strategy. That way you can literally, you're not necessarily completely overburdened. So get your shipments. You know, if there's you're looking through and you're like, oh wow, that's the first time I've seen a plasma rifle. You know, buy it. Same thing with the armor or whatever. And if you can get any of the unique merchants, the level 4 tier merchants, grab those guys and get some of that special armor and weaponry they offer. Now you can go super elaborate. You can do a lot more here. A lot of times I actually build a wrap around this house and attach to this floor up here to actually put a roof on and then build out. Or a lot of times I'll build out there on the water, you know. But if you're really, just like I said, if you're like, settlement building, it's so dumb, I don't want to do it. This is a real simple, easy setup that'll get you exactly what you need. Alright, let's pop over to here, like we're down to 16%. But hey, maybe they're here.
This is not the time to tell ghost stories.
Okay. Nobody's on the bench. That's depressing me. Where are these idiots? Does it say I still have people here? I mean, it did when I looked at the map, too. So you run into a couple of issues here. Unfortunately, I did send 2 people here. If I just sent the one, I would get enough materials, basically, to try to set up a generator and I know I threw this guy up already. Get out of here. And a vault. Of course it's you. Of course it's you. I already got somebody set up, all armored. Shut up. She's got armor, she's got a gun. Hey there. Alright, come here. Tapping thing. Confirm. Now you see it doesn't change immediately, even though she is now unassigned. Oh, did I move her by mistake? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's try this again. Supply line. Tap. Okay. Now you can see she's assigned to my provisioner. It doesn't say anything's changed, but we'll bump out of the menu for a second. Because she's linked, we're good. Happiness is going up. Food and water is taken care of. I don't know why it says we have power. We don't. And the only thing I really need to do is start considering defenses. Well, I don't have any water or any food, so do I really have the... That's one of the things I've wondered about. Alright, so let's get things straight. We are going to plant food. We want excess food everywhere. Most of your fighting is going to be from this side, the front, right through this road. I usually put a few obstacles over here and on this side, but for the most part, this back area, I guess is my point, is that you don't have to worry about it too much. So since you can plant things back here, this is usually where the garden grows. I'm going to continue planting, starch farms basically, just so you can see how easy that is to get it going. Right through here will work. Absolutely recommend growing other stuff. You can make different things. Oh, come on. So it's sand under this edge. Except for out here. Fine. Just give me this. God. One stupid corn. We'll try it. We'll turn it. No, of course not. Whatever. Screw you, Bethesda. Alright. Other homie still up here on the couch. You get tired. I'm gonna get tired. It's like, why is he laying on the ground? Oh, god dang it. Keep doing that. You know this. That was weird. And the secrets are revealed. Where'd that guy go, Deacon? Where'd he go? Does he think he can go to sleep? Because it's nighttime again? No, of course not. We just have to find him. Come here. God. And to take care of the basic defense, I'll put a turret up here. Now again, depending on the base, depending on how often you're attacked, some bases you're just going to realize are attacked more often than others, and fairly strongly. The nice thing about a support base is that it's only going to be a little bit of food and water here, you know. In fact, I don't even need to necessarily build any water here. I usually do, so that my water profits are actually going to me instead of spreading out to necessarily out throughout my entire colony, I guess we'll call it. So I'll build enough for 20 water at each base. Kind of missed that at the last one. Well, I had 200 water at that one, but so we'll just do that. And that'll give some electricity too. I usually stick it over here on the side if I can. Again, it doesn't seem like you're running into too many issues. One of these maybe? I would like to point out that you don't need to have this fact, as far as materials are concerned, this keeps it pretty cheap, and 7 of these will take care of business too. There we go. And then we'll get... you brute. That'll get us up to 12 food. You're out of here. And then for a short time, we're going to hit the right button. To speed up the process just a little bit. Tear that down. And we'll hang out for a few minutes because usually you get a 1 to 2 pretty quick. So we'll see what happens. As far as the rest of it is concerned, again, you know, if you really want to keep it simple, in these places that have a structure that you can use, generally I recommend putting your beds down in the structure. You know, just use it. And that way you don't have to build like a separate area just for that. If you can throw some shops in, you know, you can do that too. I mean, I'll tell you, there's a lot you can do with this particular place. But I'm trying to keep the ideas simple. Because I know tons of people don't like to build. There it is. Oh, I had it for just a sec. Come on, baby. I mean, for this reason alone, I don't want to mess with this. Well, I guess I could probably sit up there. Just get me out there. All right. And I don't think I can get them to snap from here. But what you can do sometimes, start there. There you go. And if you want, you can completely float all your stores out here. They don't even have to go anywhere. Their beds are in here, their stores are out here. Right? And then you can wall it up. Nothing to it. And if you're like, well, I don't know about... Listen, look how much space we have. You see what I'm saying? And then once we get out here, I mean, if you wanted... Here come my two new people. Cool, one already picked up the food. You could just build everything up here. If you have the planters in the DLC, they could farm up here. Like I said, if they don't care about the physics, you don't have to either. So that's just something to keep in mind. And with the ability of a nice bit of space, you can even just role play a little bit without having to do too much here, because you can use these instead, right? And just kind of place them out here, kind of like a ring, right? As long as there's 6 or 5 or 4, like I said, the numbers are more up to you.
Hey, I just wanted to introduce myself. I just wanted you to know that I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make this into a real home. So, let me know if you have anything you need me to do.
Can we trade a few things?
Okay.
Yeah, as I say, I don't really have. Just weight I'm carrying around for reasons, right? Somebody's got some armor. Look at you, man. Looking like a rabbit. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm well, thank you.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Of course.
Of course. You look like you could use some heavy cage armor. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, she's good. And then we'll set up our first store. We'll set up a trader. I usually do a trader first. Alright. And just like that, we're good. Now, if you don't have access to concrete, you can use these to build walls. Just like that. It'll sink. You kind of want to set it at your lowest point. And then you can get a little protection that way if you don't want to sink concrete in for camp. That's plasma. Let's turn this a little bit this way. Oh, it's radiation. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but you know me. All right, so you want to be careful on this side because you don't want to block your guns completely. Oh, it was one of my people fighting. Oh no, that's the. I was like, what's it chink for? And yeah, I don't like. Oh, there we go. And you just want to keep a little kill lane right in here. And actually, the smart thing to do. And again, you don't have to have scaffolding to do this. If you want, you can just use a. Floor, cement floor, and you can raise it up. You just want to make sure your gun's a little forward. so it can take care of people that get up close. And you get, I mean, honestly, you get a little protection from this too, if you think about it. I prefer scaffolding. And so when they're elevated, they're a little harder for melee attackers to mess with. But yeah, you don't have to use the scaffolding. Like I said, you can just use a good old solid block. And again, it gives you a little bit of cover if you want, where this doesn't. We're gonna go ahead and drop in the guard post. And you can also plant over here if you're making this a big farm, which I recommend too. It gives you just more to sell and materials. But it's not what we're gonna do. You can use barn stuff too. I like to use barn stuff, especially if I'm doing 2-story buildings. You can get a lot of space. That way, and you can leave room inside for some of the taller shops, or yeah. So, and particularly for something maybe like a bar, they're kind of nice. The only issue is I've found that you have to definitely elevate the floor. Let's actually not use the barn. Let's use the warehouse. Because you want to be able to attach a ladder to the door. And sometimes it doesn't work if you don't have enough space. Gonna lock on or not? Yes. Oh, it's way outside the building. Okay. Stick with the motif. No. Walls. There we go. Let's see if we can get a stairs on. Yep. But if you don't have it raised, I'm telling you, it can be a real problem. It doesn't work very well. You know what? I'll do a big one. Or it's not really that big, but we'll do a slightly bigger one. No. Okay. And then we'll build off of our pontoon. Again, you want to keep things solid on the safe side, right? Or on the being able to be attacked side. If you want to let some light in, these are pretty decent. It doesn't have to be beautiful. This has to work. Let's get our corners on. There we go. Let some light in. Now I have glass windows we could use, even non-busted. There you go. And these are nice. The only thing I tell you is that if you have the option to use these, is sorry, I'm texting. Alright, just don't use the roof because it rains. And it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't do anything. And I'm pretty sure they can shoot through this too. Alright, up to you. I like a little bit of light in there. Alright, we'll stick a roof on. Is it here? Yeah. Yeah, it's already happened. And this way you're only using one piece, I guess, instead of two pieces or several pieces. And then back to roofs. So yeah, the glass one gives you a beautiful sky at night and lots of light. It's amazing. Oh wait, but yeah, rain comes right through it. Boom, boom. We got our bar in. This time I'm using mine. We put in our restaurant seating, right? And that's 4 people per seat. That's 5 times 4. That's 20 people. That's all you need. But pizza, okay. Yeah. Watch. There you go. Ladies and Jekyll funds. We are open for business. Alright, so you just keep filling in your food, right? And your water. Oh, I need some beds now. Get your merchants in here. Whatever you feel like is necessary for your settlement to be successful and happy. One thing I would point out, defenses are never, I mean, you know how many turrets you're going to have to put in? So, on these bases, I just don't worry about it too much, you know? I don't know if they can get in here or not. I think it'd be funny if they did. They're probably all in it stuck. It'd be awesome. And that's it, people. You don't have to go to 20. I like to just keep extra sleeping bags here in case I screw things up. Or decide to build out later, you know. Like I said, you do make more caps off of your settlements if they're filled up to 20 from your merchants or whatever. But it's, you know, it's not necessary. And yeah, like I said, we don't really have a ton of things going on, right? We don't have a listen to me. We don't have very light in the house on. We don't have it spotlighted. We don't have missile turrets. We don't want, you know, 10 to 15 people, a couple of turrets should be able to defend if you can't make it. So give them a little armor, give them a couple people guns if you can. You know, there's nothing wrong with having somebody standing around with an extra minigun in your base. But it's not necessary, and it's, like I said, this is a super simple, easy way to do it. I know you're like, you just plucked all those materials. Again, if you're trading for the shipments, if you're raiding, if you're going and getting scrap, you know, I'm not showing myself going into every building getting scrap, but it's another way to do it, legit. And you can, there's ways to do materials if you want, so it's really up to you. But you got your basic defenses down. Like I said, you can go crazy in these things. Don't let physics bother you. Don't let realism bother you. Don't let other people's builds, you know, get you down or get you to thinking that you have to do some crazy. No. So you got two basic bases where we've used the structure that is already existing, right? And we've got an idea of how to just build nonsensically. It doesn't have to be, like I said, you build everything up here, have a bunch of guns, just anytime you get raided or attacked, you just fire down on there and everybody's inside. It takes them too long to get outside. Everybody will be dead by the time you get there. So keep that in mind. You can put a pet. Here's good advice. This is what I'm talking about. If you want to just slap these stairs down right here. Okay. And start building. Right? And you get the idea? I mean, do what you want, man. Build everything up here. Way above. This is Minecraft physics, people. Do what you want. They don't care. You don't have to care. Try building some of these settlements. It really is going to give you the opportunity to use some armor and guns and buy some things that you aren't necessarily able normally to get in normal playthroughs. At least definitely earlier on. How about that? And like I said, if you want to just build Kingsport and this, and a couple other little places so you have some merchants to support for to spend your money at, that's it. That's all you need to do. You don't have to go this big. But I prefer 10 and 6. We now have 11 and 6, but we have 10 in service. So our water bases are Sanctuary, Starlight, Tappington, and Kingsport. We're getting 200 out of everybody except for Starlight, which is at 120, and that's because I didn't. This is an old playthrough, and I don't set it up like you do now, which I can get 150. So just a little brag there. There are other places to get water, of course. The county crossing, I think they have some water there. Oh, the castle. Anyway, there's other places to build water farms. You can make a massive, you know, you could literally be gathering 1,000 or so water every couple days if you want. And being able to take that water and distribute it among all your merchants, including those at Diamond City and Good Neighbor and those other places too. Alright. Let's see, did we pick up anybody at Kingsport? Still at 5. Alright. Everything's got a job now too. Coastal Cottage might be interesting in building just a little bit because
You might want to wipe the blood off anything you find there.
you have to kind of build there. Yeah, let's check this. Let me show up a red rocket. I think so. But I wanted to really highlight those two places right there, because there you got a water base that you can build. I mean, it's going to cost you a lot to build the water purifiers, but as far as like going beyond that, it doesn't take a lot. You don't have to build some, you know, well, look at this place. You don't need to build this. I built this for fun. Like, there's a restaurant on top of the Red Rocket. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't deep. Anyway. And if you can, always put one of these down. It's free fertilizer, y'all. street's actually right now. So they came in and started farming, whoever came in. Hey, Ned, it's going to take them a week to probably get out there. You have, like, nothing. You got a cool hat. This might be one of my original gangster settlers right here.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Can we trade a few things?
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely put that stuff on. I don't think I have any chest pieces. Oh yeah, I got these things. If I could load him up on a bunch of crap, or I could give him this helmeted cage armor. That's pretty heavy. It's 33 pounds. Bam! Dressed. Take this. Guns. Yeesh. Might have to bring him something. Whatever, you leaving, bud. Sorry. Yep. He was only farming like one... Or no, I guess he was getting 6 food, wasn't he? But yeah, I really wanted to stress the point that, you know, you don't have to go crazy on these builds. You don't have to have some kind of laggy, crazy looking sanctuary like this. It's just not necessary. Sometimes pieces just likes to build for fun. Hey, what's up, lady?
Yeah?
So right here, we have a pile of purified water, right? And we could sell it to her if we wanted. How do I have unassigned people here? Interesting. Whatever. You're not supposed to be unassigned. I obviously dressed you to do something. You're supposed to be farming or something. But you're out of here for now. Because this shouldn't be on. Yeah, it's not. I don't know why they unassigned from whatever they were doing, but they did. Alright, let's grab this person a gun. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta get in here and get some stuff. Oh man, can I get a better clip yet? Oh, maybe. Hold on. No. Yeah, I'll deal with this another time. Yeah. Happiness is down to 20%. Gotta love it. What? No, 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 no. That was definitely not the place I wanted to be. There's danger there. We'll just go ahead and scrap what we can. For being such a weird place, it's kind of, it can be fun to build here if you want to get weird. I say go for it. It is a weird place to build, but you can do it. I'll give you the best of this here in just a minute. So this place is notoriously crap because there's just so much you can't really get rid of, and it's a weird kind of design. I think as far as even the features of the terrain are concerned. But there's, you know, a couple things you can do. You got this secret little tunnel down here. You can put a floor down, actually, and cover this up. Forget where yet. You just look for a place you can lay it down. Sometimes you need it. And don't worry about like things being heated. That is the last of your concerns right now. Oh. Cool. And then you just go to the small people. If you can. I need that coverage here. And you'll be surprised sometimes what it'll fill in. So don't be afraid to just... stick what you can in there. And that, I would think, should I use this ladder on? They might get stuck in there. Should be enough to get them across. Hopefully they don't get too beat up. They really are idiots. Alright, so that should let them get across the big hole. Now if you want to, I've done it before. You can use the existing structure to build on. But I'm not going to do that. Let me show you what's practical. And that would be setting up over out here, right? You might want to keep the idea of, you know, putting some of your, well, here, let's do this. So you don't really have to worry about walls too much in this setup. Snap. Works for me. On there, God. Yeah, if they bring this into Fallout 6, which I hope they do, personally. God, I hope they do. some of the snapping crap. Makes no sense. Only if the boards face the other way. That's the only way we can do it. It's not. You gotta be level. No, you don't. It really wants me to turn these the other way. It's so bad. Oh look, it's do it like that. If we can make it look crap in Fallout, damn, where are these people at? I'm not even gonna mess around this time. We're going for 24. It probably still won't be. I don't remember it taking this long for them to get around the map before. I mean, I know I'm on the other side of the coast or whatever, but come on. Sometimes there's a doctor you can find over there, and she might join your camp. And like I said, it advances time while I fast travel. So in theory, it's taking me this long to walk when you fast travel from here to here, right? That's what the time is supposed to do. So what's it take them like 4 days to go like what it takes me in an afternoon? Alright, where's your
You know
friend?
that old insane asylum? Stay away from it. People who poke around up there don't come back.
I knew it. I knew it. I was like, you know he's going to show up first. The person you didn't give the helmeted cage armor to. Come here.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
That's it.
I just need to trade gear with you.
I didn't do anything to the gun. Nah, he'll be alright. It's better than what he's got. I don't need grenades for you, buddy. I can't trust you with a plasma grenade. You'll kill everyone. Or a battle cat mode. So maybe if I see you again? Probably not. Guess he should go to Kingsport. Thank you. I need the stuff. There we go. And they're good on food and water. get it? Can we get it? Yeah. Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3. Should I do one more? Maybe. And remember, we don't care if it floats, and if it does, then don't let it float. Okay. That should be plenty. Now walls, again, it's really up to you. There's two ways to do this. I kind of like, I want to show you a different way. And you can use warehouse walls. The ones that hang out, I left the room for those. That give you a little more space if you want. These are kind of nice because if you do want to use the glass windows, this is one of those times you can do that. It just lets a lot of light in. And as far as the roof is concerned, stick to your prefab right here. Right. No. Nope. Yes. And remember, don't put the glass ones on because water comes through. And you still get the basic same, you know, you get shelter, you can set up your shops or whatever, and you get some protection, but you don't, you know, you get a little more space, I guess. Just another way to do it if you have the warehouse stuff available. And I would go ahead and just lock that off too. You don't have to worry about this side. In fact, I would do stairs. Side here. Double up these. Alright. Looks pretty good. If you feel like you need a wall, again, you can use these if you want. If you can't, use concrete or some of the other building materials. Work just fine, and they do sink right into the ground usually. Doesn't always work, but what you really just want is a little bit of protection anyway. You're not really trying to. This place isn't too bad, honestly. And like I say, if you don't want to ever build a wall, you don't have to. Or you can use concrete. So, a couple ideas if you want to. You don't have to. This one, I think most of your problems come from here, which is kind of convenient. So we got a little bit of security. And then usually I'll put a guard post in here as well. And then plant your food wherever you want. And again, I don't have to plant food. But I like the excess. And you can sell it. Others aren't facing the same way. We don't care. A nice thing about this one too is that you can use the smaller. I mean, I don't know how much space you actually end up saving, but remember, the only person that's really going to stand at most of these counters, except for the bar, is you. So you can set quite a few in there, probably 5. And then again, your bar, you know, it's really up to you how you want to set it up. You can set it up in here. I just like having a bar with some seating. It gives me a place to find people at, you know. It gives them a place to congregate, and it adds happiness to the settlement. So, yeah, I can make this like an L shape probably and build out here. Or if you could literally just stick it in here and throw some chairs down. All right, let's actually, you know what? I do see the one thing we are missing. It's kind of important, isn't it? And that's why I usually build up here. I forgot. Okay, so oh, it's a little floaty. That's not too much though. I can move it over a little bit too. Yeah, doesn't matter. There we go. I don't think I need to go out anymore. I'm not gonna have too many people here. And then what I'd recommend are these. I like these ones that provide a bit of light if they can. I don't think I can fit one on here. Yeah, it's not gonna snap there, is it? Can't get them all. Alright, get around the corner now. Alright. This corner lets in the most light. I'll leave it up to you. Hello. Hey, happy Easter. What's shaking? Nothing right now. What's up? Should be. What day is it again? Okay. 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 I don't know about that. I gotta take Harrison to work at 3, and I'm not sure which location he's working at. Because he's picking up Easter hours because they're paying triple time. CVS? Yeah. So, I will let you know when I figure out which one he's at. Because if he's the one that's like kind of downtown, I don't know. It'll take me a minute to get there. I got you. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what time we're eating either, because, I mean, we're waiting for Todd to get back, so. Nice. Yeah, she said there's going to be egg, huh? Good. Yeah, I will. Yeah, no problem. Bye. Huh. I didn't mean to leave the mic on. Whatever. Just setting up a dentist appointment. All right. Oh, we'll throw a couple flat walls in. And if you want light, this is a good one for light. And so is this. Oh, that's going to mess up the roof, isn't it? Eh, we'll see. I don't know if I can put a roof on there or not. Huh? Use whatever roof you like. I like this one. Yeah, I don't think it's going to snap because of the... That's okay. Huh. There's like a board sticking up. That's fine. We got part of the roof. Maybe a flat roof will work. Got it. And then, yeah, we can try the flat roof. Sometimes that works. Oh, I think it snapped. Yep. There you go. We'll put a, right there. There. And I don't know if I can get an end piece on here or not. Probably should have tried it before I put the ladder on. Oh. Got it. Okay. And then jump to your beds. And we got room for 10. And if you go down now, you'll see that this is covered as well. So if you want to throw a few down here, you can also do that. So easy peasy. You can put beds on the porch if you want. I could have extended it out a little more. I'm not going to have a ton of people at this one. It's really just for merchants. And I don't remember, it doesn't seem like it's too much of a problem area, as I recall. So I won't worry about it too much. And then again, I've been planting pretty much just starch stuff, just so people get the idea. To add tons of adhesive and make profit. Cool. And the next settler that shows up and start picking up tomatoes. So if I wanted to, I could have added another story by putting another ladder inside, right? Another set of stairs. Especially, I could have gone wider. You know, if you're really trying to get up to 20, I could build a small area, or you can also throw down a couple beds in here. If you want. And then, if you know, you can electrify this place or not. I'm going to, because I'm going to set up water real quick. Oh, there's the light. Yeah, and like I mentioned before, you don't have to use these. You can use these, and you just need, you know, well, as many as you need for the people that you have in your settlement. Keeps things way cheaper, less techie parts that you need to build. But I got a plenty of stuff, so I'm good. And don't forget, when you're trading for shipments, you're going to have a lot of building materials too. So it's something to keep in mind. All right. So what does this place need? It needs more shops, right? It needs a little bit more food. In here, I mean, I could literally keep it down to 3 farmers. That's plenty. 2 probably be enough. But again, if you have mute fruit, tomatoes, and corn, and wherever you're going, you've got some carrots to make mentats and some whatever, you know. Remember that you can use this stuff to make other things, like razor grain has other purposes, you know. Also making food. So having a variety is good for you too. Good for you. Like I said, you can make drugs to sell. You can sell the food and fruit as is to your very merchants. And again, I operate from my personal preference is the 10 and 6 method. So we have 10 settlements now, and we have 4 that are making water, and then 6 that are in support. And all you really need to do is build up the, you see the happiness is going up now. The amount of people And for me, like I said, it usually ranges between 10 and 15, depending on the place. I'll show you a big one now, real quick. And you see their happiness is up to 80. Might get attacked, though. It happens a lot. I miss attacks a lot because I just I don't pay attention to it. That little blip pops up on the screen and I'm doing something else. There's no way. Should I sleep? Now, Sunshine Tidings is a place where I like to build a massive farm. You can do it at Abernathy too, and the nice thing about Abernathy is it's basically already set up. This place too. You know, you've got these awesome fields laid out with rows and everything. You can see I've got lots of different stuff growing here.
I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
If you have the robots, you know, they make great farmers, and when you get attacked, they are great at killing things, aren't you? And carrying things. So I like to make one every now and then, keep it as a companion, and then eventually it just sort of, I drop them off. Eventually you guys all go to the farm, don't you? Anyway, massive farm is a nice thing to have. Again, what you aren't using is going into your workbench in theory. I don't really understand the numbers. We can have a quick look. So we got some melons in here, some new fruit. Even the water's building up. But see, this farm's been around for a while. Which, of course, is why I recommend whenever you visit.
Seems to be growing well.
Just go down the lines.
This unit is ready to serve.
That's good. And pick your stuff. And if you want, you can turn around and sell it to your merchants that you have in your base. Right? And you'll see we have several outside. Inside. So they're spread around. Put on your fancy clothes, right? Put on your fancy clothes and turn right back around and start selling it to them. Or
My systems are continuing to function.
run over to your station. I get 1 carrot. And just drop everything off in here. And because they're linked, this stuff will be available for me you know when I'm making anything. As long as it's linked, I'm good. So you can dump this in any of your I mean, I usually dump certain things in certain ones, but your food and your, you know, mutated fern flour and all that stuff you use to make different drugs and different things, you can just toss right in there, you know. You have to keep it on here. And I'll show you real quick. So I can go over here.
Can you build me a mansion?
And here's my Yao Guy meat. See? And I can go to any of the other ones that are linked. So that's another real nice thing about having settlements when you're traveling. Even if you're not big into settlements and you're not even going to use them too much, Think about the fact that you can just, when they're linked like that, you can run in and you can run up to any of the, I don't know how many crafting stations really built, but if I wanted to, I mean, look, I can go right in and start making some berry mentats with my tar berries or whatever. All the things I need are linked, and so any workstation anywhere. I hope if you're not into settlement building, you can see at least the power of that. So I'll give you one more example, and then we'll call this a video because I'm hungry and I got a bunch of stuff to do. It's Easter. But I really am just tickled and proud of Tampons, and I think it's a good idea of how to get a lot out of a settlement and a build. Now, this place we could definitely get attacked or have to fight because the provisioners here, if you have more than one provisioner, especially, there's a lot of fighting. All right. Most of your problems in Tempines is going to come from the front here. And you can see I have it heavily defended. And the way I set up this particular wall is to keep people working in certain areas. So most of my people are back here, right? This is where they farm, and this is where they have their shops and sleep. When they come out, first of all, they get kind of caught up and stuck on all this stuff, right? That lets the bad guys get close enough to start getting chewed up with the turrets. And when they do come out, since the bad guys tend to come through here, they get time and a better angle on them to attack, I guess, and to bring them in to this side where the machine guns are. We'll farm, water, we got storage, I have all the workbenches, and then, well, you can kind of actually see it working here. Is this the other guy? This might be my last merchant, actually. Yeah. Alright, grab him real quick. He's my extra general store guy. There we go. Anyway, downstairs, you should see them after work. It's great. All these booths will be complete, they'll be filled up. There'll be people standing around in front of the bar, hanging out, talking. It looks great. But what is most important is, we've got our merchants in now, so I can come here and trade purified water, potatoes, and guns, and everything else. And I don't ever have to go to Diamond City. I don't have to do anything too risky. I can literally, if you're not playing in survival mode, you can fast travel back and forth. How do I end up with an extra guy? Maybe I sent somebody to the wrong place. I mean, I did want another guard here. And you can see we're in the yellow as the build size is to the right there. I don't want to put it up here with Lucas in there. I just really need him in position. Let's see. I don't know if you can get in that or not. It doesn't matter. Once you fast travel and he gets on there, it'll just stay on there. Where'd you go? This one little chair? Yeah, you did. Come here, buddy. Well, that other guy was super armored. He'd have made a way better guard, huh? Listen, you. I want you at the front. It doesn't really matter. Alright. We got 2 guards, a scrapper. We've got our merchants. We've got our gardeners. Water. Protection. Again, if you look at defense, we're at a 68, and the water is only at a 47. So we're above that. Even if you added in the power, we're still above it. So hopefully that will keep the fighting down. But truthfully, this place is, it drags in a lot of people with the parishioners. So, you know, this place is usually having a fight. But that's it. That's all it took. And you don't have to have all these walls. If you wanted to, I would just focus some defenses up front. And keep an eye on the side. And then this is another example of using the building's back wall as also a wall for the settlement. So, kind of the perfect little support base. 13 people ought to be enough to defend it, along with the turrets and the walls, keeping things kind of weird. So you shouldn't have to worry about, like, necessarily, like, oh, you know, I would like to arm the other guard a little bit, but other than that, you know, you don't have to go too crazy with these folks. I think that's going to do it, folks. So a couple simple settlements, ideas on how to build for the settlement domination build. That's another video you can check out if you'd like. And just remember, for me 10 and 6, but if you want 10 and 5, if you want 50 merchants, that's plenty. If you want 10 and 4, 40 merchants is plenty. 3, 30 merchants. Remember, just, you can mix it up, you know, do 7 and 5 and have 35 merchants. I don't care. All I know is that it helps to have your own economy built in this game. You're going to make a ridiculous amount of caps, and when you see that marine armor in Far Harbor, or that piece that's, you know, 10,000 in Diamond City or whatever, you can buy it, not even cry about it, not even worry about it. Hell, you might be able to trade water for it, or most of it. You know what I'm saying? So it really sets up a barter system too, because a lot of times, remembering, you're not really buying things, you're just gonna give them a bunch of water for it. You need the caps to sort of make the first purchase, but then you can use the water to trade back and forth, and then eventually get the last little bit of money in their pocket if you got water like that. So this can be done with 1 water farm, 2 water farms. It can be done with 5 bases. It can be done with 10 bases. If you do it with all 33 bases in the game, however you want to do it. But this should give you some help, and hopefully, like I said, you know, I just built a big box back here. I mean, look at, again, you don't have to go crazy. And this house back here can make things very difficult to build. It's behind. Sometimes I just put stairs down, and that way I have more if I want to make this a big farm, and just build everything up above. Leave all this ground open, plant plants, and just have some stairs that go up the side, and everything is just floating above here. Don't worry about the physics, y'all. They didn't. So, alright. If you caught this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Easter. If you happen to see this at a later time or date, thanks for watching. I might make a few more. And do a bit more complicated building. But I really wanted to show you folks who are, like, pretty down on the, why is this facing the inside? On the building mechanic. Like, you just don't, you find it tedious or annoying or whatever. There's other ways around it, especially if your biggest part is gathering scrap over and over and over again. Like, if you don't want to hit the same hospital 5 times for aluminum, I understand. You can trade with the guy in Good Neighbor, I think, and maybe the guy in Diamond City, and you just give him water for his shipments. You don't even have to give real money. So, alright guys, thanks for watching this. Happy Easter, have a good day, and be good to each other.